And welcome back to Pumpkin Plays. We're back with Sonny. I did a little bit of grinding behind
that was
the scene.
demonic.
And a little bit of stat change to get a bit more strength mixed in with the speed. Anyways, onward.
So now I'm level 99.
I'm starting to feel it too.
What's happening?
Did
Are we dying?
did I miss where they?
Physically, but our minds are decaying.
Oh, brilliant. That doesn't sound painful at all.
Did I miss where they totally like hotboxed their armor, or what?
Wait, what do you mean?
Are we dying? I'm. Veradox.
Gyarados.
Gyarados. Veradox is like, dude, I'm feeling it. Oh my god, man, are we dying? Coming from somebody who has never smoked the marijuana successfully. Actually, I did one time. Okay, good. I'm coming up with a story to say.
And that time, this is on
You were there, right?
Larry's deck, wasn't it?
Yes, we were at a friend's house, and I was sitting on their deck, and I was drinking. Why
Deck, folks. Their deck.
Deck, yes, deck. I'm sorry, I'm not really sorry, but all my stories seem to come from I was drinking, and like the great expression says, because no story starts by I was eating a salad. Anyway, and so I'd been drinking, and there was these guys, and they had this green stuff that they told me was spinach. No, I knew it was the weeds.
Oh shit.
And so they asked me if I wanted some because I was staring longingly. And so I did, and I took kind of a drag of a joint, and it was like, 10 minutes of coughing and wasn't feeling anything.
Was this before or after you started smoking?
Cigarettes?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Before?
Weed, it just still makes me cough really bad.
All right, I was gonna say
whenever I allegedly do it.
How did
Which
I
hasn't-
know we'd find them here as well?
That was a sudden way to cut me off.
What?
What a bitch.
And so then they whipped out this bubbler, which is another way of smoking the
They
greens
whipped it out on his deck.
on the deck. And so I took a longer, harder hit of that than I ever needed to, and I coughed, not kidding, probably 20 minutes. It felt like. Well, and then after that I was like, oh, I'm not feeling anything. What a badass I am. And so I was sitting there and I was drinking beer, and everybody was out on the deck. Seriously, probably almost everybody at the party. And I'm sitting in a chair like a big fucking thug. What? I don't know where that came from. Anyway, I was sitting there with my beer and my pompous leg all crooked up on my other leg, rested, whatever. Anyway, and I kind of leaned back my head. I'm feeling kind of tired. Closed my eyes, and then I realized, man, I'm falling through the ground and through the deck and down into hell. That's what it felt like. It felt like I was perpetually falling. I was like, fuck. And I opened my eyes and I was not falling. I closed my eyes and I was falling. And then the next, thing I
counterpart for beer, because beer or like
makes it
liquor
spin.
makes it spin. Now you're falling.
Yes.
That you feel like you're a fighter pilot.
a drunk. Well, actually, yeah.
Fighter pilot.
Yeah.
I said fighter pilot, not airline pilot. God.
Yeah. So, yeah, you are absolutely right. Actually, I felt like I was spinning and falling, but the falling came first. And the next thing I knew, I was actually falling to my knees and puking like a legend all over the steps of the deck, and everybody. And
So Josh gets up on this deck, and then he starts puking all over this deck. And the guy that owns this deck is, dude, what the hell?
well, Bailey
These
was
jokes
there.
aren't gonna stop.
I know. Anyway, so Bailey steps up and is all like, everybody get inside. And I was like, thanks. And so then everybody went inside. They turned off the lights because they didn't want to see me in all of my glory. And so Alex helps me out. He's like, dude, you okay? And I'm like, what do you think? I'm hungry. No, not really. Anyway, so I was probably not actually,
Ironically, after smoking pot, you
Oh,
weren't.
that's true. Anyway, so I felt like total ass, and I swallowed some toothpaste and...
Hey, go for the weaker one first, or we'll never get him down.
Okay. So,
Healer.
went downstairs, my face was all white. My brain felt like it was icy, and I was sweating at the same time. What a trip, man. That's what Veradox says.
Not Gyarados.
You should have smoked the weaker one, man.
You didn't know that was laced with acid, man?
Yeah. Anyway, so that was a terrible night. I threw up one more time, made it to the toilet like I always do, duh. And
Except when you throw up on the deck.
Okay, well, that's nature's toilet, basically. It was a night, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I always think I'm gonna be used to weed or, you know, smoking it because I never know what to call it. Anyway, because I smoke cigarettes, which reminds me, coming soon to a store near you, Pumpkin Place cigarettes with twice the cancer and half the nicotine.
How does that work together? Twice the cancer and half the nicotine.
I don't know. You put more
Because
cancer.
we hide the filter randomly within it, so you end up smoking the filter.
Plastic. Oh God, that's awful and great idea.
This makes me really glad I don't smoke. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's the best worst thing ever. Kids,
Or just the
kids,
worst.
it's the worst thing. Yeah, all right.
Or just the worst.
Everybody over
Who's
60.
this?
Yeah.
The council deem you dead.
You have trespassed here and killed our brethren.
Your blood will pay for your misdeeds.
Who? Us? We wouldn't hurt a fly.
Nonchalant. Finally, this is
Water with all the accents, and I'm pretty sure the entire game is voiced by 2 people.
Actually, I think almost every male character is voiced by the same guy. Who
Damn.
might be the guy who... Oh, hang on. This guy's weak as balls.
I said that I always make it to the bathroom, but there was a time I had been kind of sick all week. Like my stomach just wasn't feeling good, and then my friends were like, "Oh, hey, you want to go get some pizza?" And I'm like, "Hey, I'm sick and I'm not hungry, but yeah, what the hell? I could use some emotion. I could use some emotional repression right now." So I ate, and our friend Tell, he had some Jameson whiskey, which is amazing.
Oh.
I've realized it's amazing now after the fact. Anyway, I only took about 2 swigs of it, and we were just driving around like bros. And then I started shouting to Trevor, "Hey man, pull over, because I have to puke."
Oh, I remember this.
And I was in the back seat, and I tried to work the window. I'm like, where's the freaking electric window thing? And I'm searching and searching, and he's like,
you and your
dude.
fancy cars.
I know. I'm like, dude. He shouts back. He's like, there's no electric switch. He's like, you have to roll down the window manually. So I'm like, fuck. Well, in my head, because if I would have spoken, it would have spilled onto my crotch. And so I finally get the window down, and I lean out, but man, it is leaving me before my head's all the way out. I just wrecked his truck.
The side just splattered the whole way down. Oh, it was
And so then
glorious.
he had to take it to a gas station, spray it off, and it smelled like
ass.
perfume of Satan. Yeah.
It smelled like fragrance by Pumpkin Place.
Bile. Bile and bad choices.
Ooh, bile and bad choices.
Also great quest item. Items. Trying to switch from the band name.
You make a mistake and it's bad choices. No, it's ambergris, but instead of actually processing and doing stuff to make it actually perfume, they just straight up just take ambergris and don't do anything to it. For anyone that doesn't know, ambergris is whale vomit, which is very...
Oh, so now it's whale vomit I have in me. Asshole. For you, those of you who don't know, I am pretty sexy. That's off topic.
Where did you make that connection? That ambergris is whale vomit and you have...
I don't know. I haven't been making fat jokes about myself recently, and I feel...
I never said
I feel
we're gonna get the ambergris from you.
I feel incomplete without hating myself.
Well,
All
would
right.
you look at that. The last shaman. How sad. Let's kill it.
A shaman. A shaman?
I'm
a shaman.
I'm ashamed of how he
yeah,
pronounced
I know,
that.
that's what I was thinking. He should be ashamed of himself. Oh,
That was the easy one. You knew I couldn't say no to it.
Thomas can never say no.
To a good
Sniff.
pun.
A good pun. That was a good pun, Thomas. Yikes. Quality content decreasing.
Wait, did I actually make a pun?
No.
Oh, then what the hell?
I used a good pun, which is a pun or a play on words. I don't know, there's a difference between a pun and a play on words and metaphors and similes and figures of speech and idioms, and oh my god, I'm stressed. It
Why
was
are
a
you
stressful
stressed?
day today. How much longer does this video have? Because I don't know if I should do it now or wait or...
Well, actually, it's the end.
Well, one last comment. Today was a fucking awful day. Until now, because I am here with people I hate even more. No.
You're outside of...
Oh, He's gotta be put down and go down, whatever.
Tom and Josh, you're like, after that joke, I think you need to put down Thomas.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I took my dog to the vet today. She's still alive.
You're a son of a bitch.
She resisted the shots.
Oh,
no.
Tally, way to be a trooper.
Did you say paladin?
Yep.
I'm gonna shove my ass inside the paladin's ass. See how he likes that.
Shove your ass in his ass.
That's something that.
What kind of weird ass cloaca manifestation and